The 2022-2023 Premier League season is well underway, and at the time of recording, Arsenal currently sit top of the Premier League table, and Manchester City striker Erling Haaland is proving to be a little bit of a goal-scoring phenomenon. Who'd have thought that? But what does Football Manager think is going to happen in this season? Using a completely updated database, summer transfers and all, I have simulated the Premier League season 100 times to conclusively see how this season pans out within Football Manager. In this video, we will be showing you guys the Premier League winners, who's most likely to get relegated, who's going to win the domestic trophies in England, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup. We're talking the Champions League winners, Europa League, Conference League, and all importantly, who is going to win the World Cup in Qatar in 2022. Before we kick things off, if you like this sort of video, guys, please do drop a like on it and subscribe to the channel, because it is really helpful, really does help out the channel, and it really shows me that you guys are enjoying this sort of content within Football Manager as we get towards the end of a game cycle. So without any further ado, let's dive into this and look at who is most likely to get relegated out of the Premier League. So in our 100 simulations, the team most likely to get relegated out of the Premier League is Nottingham Forest. I'm sorry, Forest fans, Football Manager is not backing you even with all of your summer acquisitions. Football Manager still thinks you are the most likely team to get relegated out of the Premier League this season. Within our 100 simulations, Nottingham Forest were actually relegated on 72 occasions, the most out of any team in the Premier League. Rounding off our bottom three and the other two teams most likely to get relegated, in 19th we have Crystal Palace. I'm sorry, Editor Jack, it's not looking good for your team this season. And the other team in 18th is Brentford. Now we turn our attention to the top of the table and the teams most likely to secure Champions League football moving into next season by finishing in those top four positions. Qualifying for the Champions League on 48 occasions and finishing in 4th in our average points table, we have Mikel Arteta's Arsenal. Now, Arsenal started the season very well. Can they maintain that and secure that top four finish and get themselves back into the Champions League for next season? Moving up into 3rd place, and I do have a little bit of a caveat here, we have Chelsea. Now I do have to say these simulations were carried out on a database where Thomas Tuchel was the Chelsea manager, no Graham Potter in these simulations, so I do have to make you guys aware of that. But Chelsea did finish in 3rd position. They managed to rack up an impressive 84 Champions League qualifications throughout our 100 simulations. Our top two in our average points table will come as no real surprise to you. We have Manchester City and Liverpool, who both actually qualified for the Champions League on 98 out of the 100 simulations that we did. However, it was Pep Guardiola's team that did come out on top, winning the Premier League 49 times throughout our 100 simulations, and are the most likely team to finish top of the Premier League this season. As I said, this probably won't come as a massive surprise to most of you. If you want to see where your team finished in the average points league table, please pause the video right now and you can let me know in the comments section if you think that's fair on your team, or you're expecting your team to do better than what is on the screen right now. It is the trophy that is finished earliest in the season, and according to these Football Manager simulations, the most likely winner of the Carabao Cup is Chelsea, who managed to lift the trophy on 21 occasions. Arsenal coming in a very close second, winning the trophy on 18 occasions themselves. Up next we have the FA Cup, and it looks like the trophy is heading back to Anfield for a second season, because Jurgen Klopp's men were the most successful team during our simulation data, lifting the trophy on 28 separate occasions. Moving into the European competitions now, and starting off with the biggest prize in European club football, we have the Champions League. Now, according to our simulation data, it was predominantly shared between 3 teams. Again, these probably won't come as a surprise to you. The teams who won the trophy the most were Manchester City, Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich, who won the trophy 61 times just between those 3 clubs. However, it was the French giants who have the edge on this occasion, lifting the trophy 21 times. So maybe director of football Kylian Mbappe knows what he's doing, and maybe this team can stay, you know, kind of together throughout the entire course of the season. They have the talent to do it. Let me know in the comments if you think PSG can secure their first Champions League trophy. Moving into the Europa League, and it was a battle of two English sides. We had Arsenal and Manchester United who won the trophy the most. However, it was Erik ten Hag's Manchester United side who were the most likely, winning the trophy 26 times out of the 100 simulations. And don't worry, West Ham fans, I've not forgotten about you and the Europa Conference League. And yes, you are the team most likely to win the Europa Conference League, securing the title 22 times in all of our simulation data. Bouncing around the other leagues in Europe now, I just wanted to see who would win the other domestic leagues throughout Europe. So we're talking here Spain, Italy, Germany and France. I just wanted to see who was the most likely to win these divisions, and we're going to start off in Spain. So it looks like pulling all of the financial levers available to Barcelona allowed them to construct a side that was capable of winning La Liga according to our Football Manager simulation data. They won the title on 57 occasions, with the trophy being shared with two other teams, the two teams from Madrid who picked up an equal share of the trophies after Barcelona. Italy, on the other hand, shared the title between four different clubs: AC Milan, Inter Milan, Juventus and Roma. However, Football Manager believes that the old lady will be returning to the top of the table and taking the trophy away from the city of Milan. France is up next and is pretty much cut and dry, which is no real surprise. PSG secured the trophy an impressive 98 times out of the 100 simulations. On the two occasions Mbappe's boys didn't get the job done, Monaco won it once and Marseille also won it once. And last but by no means least, we head over to Germany, where this is potentially not surprising either, and maybe the Bundesliga is a little bit of a farmers league, because Bayern did not have any single competition and won the Bundesliga 100 out of 100 times, which is actually quite an impressive feat. Finally, we move on to the World Cup, which of course does come in the middle of the season, but the question on everybody's lips is it finally coming home? Well, according to our simulation data, Gareth Southgate's men are the most likely team to win the World Cup, and they did do so on 21 separate occasions. I must have to say France did come a close second here, winning the trophy 20 times themselves, so they are the two predictive favourites to be in that final, battling it out for the World Cup title. I do have to give a massive shout out though to Senegal, who are in Group A in this year's World Cup, because they did manage to get out of the World Cup group and they did go on to win the trophy on 6 occasions. So potentially an outside shot for a team to do really well at this World Cup this winter. All of this wouldn't have been possible without my crew of simulators, so massive shout out to the guys 𝘼𝙗𝙤𝙪, CTXCB and Reece Steptoe for helping me get all of this data in place to get this video together. A massive shout out to Football Manager Statsman Andrew, who was able to formulate this and make it so that I was able to understand, digest and present it to you guys, so that you could have a nice little video here predicting what Football Manager thinks is going to happen in the 2022-2023 season. If you did like this video, guys, please do drop a like on it down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are picking up the content for the very first time, and let me know down in that comment section who you think is going to win the Premier League this season.